alternate land adult.
That helped?
I think so.
We Gucci? That helped? Okay.
Dad. Oh shit, I got too much shit ringing.
Come on.
Dad,
What's going on?
how are you, sir? Can y'all
I'm
hear?
good. I'm over here at a cafe in Woodlands.
Dan,
High Park.
Dan, you are on the Lot Podcast.
I'm on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have firsthand knowledge of Hawaii and Maui. The crowd says hello.
Dan the man. Dan the man. Dan is the man. The man is Dan.
How you
Dan.
guys doing?
Pretty good, brother.
Word.
What's up with these Maui fires, man? What's going on with all of this, man?
Who did it, Dan?
Who did it?
Man, it's really devastating what's going on. People have been forced off their land, and there's been water right issues. Or a lot of devastation was done there, and a lot of it was created by poor management of the natural resources, because all the sugarcane industry basically devastated the land, and now it's more susceptible to wildfire. So it's really sad what's going on, man. People have been displaced, and Hawaii just keeps suffering the consequences of, the industrialized world and modernization. So just keep Hawaii in your prayers, because people are struggling right now.
Damn. That's and no doubt. Definitely keep Hawaii in your prayers. It's different when you hear somebody who was there, boots on the ground or whatever.
But
Sugarcane. This is what has ignited these fires like that. That's the problem.
Well, the sugarcane industry isn't there anymore. It's been shut down for 20 years, but what that did to the land was it dried it up, it overused it, and it used a lot of the water resources. So now the land is really barren and dry, because it was not farmed ethically, you could say. It was sort of just ran through. And now, when something happens like this, the land is more susceptible to something like a wildfire because of what the sugarcane industry did. So it's not active now.
ask him the question. Ask him the question.
Is it a land grab for Oprah and Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
No, because I would say Oprah has already been grabbing land before this happened.
Oh.
She owns a lot of property on that island. So I don't think this is her. Mark Zuckerberg owns a lot of property on Kauai, which is another island. He owns some on Maui, but he has more of a presence on Kauai. But Jeff Bezos and Oprah own a fair amount of land on Maui. But Oprah lives up in Kula, which is another area, and she has thousands of acres up there. So the governor, though, did say that they were trying to acquire the land in Lahaina. So it could be
smart cities.
That is the plan. They are planning to turn Maui into a smart city, 15-minute all-electric island in the future, for sure.
Do you feel as though that has anything to do with what's going on, or more so the response into reacting to what's happening?
Sorry, can you repeat that, Jason? I couldn't hear everything you said.
Do you feel as though that the smart city understanding has anything to do with the response time or the reaction time to what is needed to what's going on?
Possibly. I mean, I guess what I can say about the response time and the reaction is it's a little sad that there hasn't been a stronger response by the powers that be. Pretty much right now what you have going on Maui is a grassroots, citizen-led response of giving supplies and support.
Right.
There's not a strong presence of the military, the National Guard, giving aid through porta potties, medevac teams, bulldozers, equipment. And we're 100 miles from Oahu, which has a large military base. So
it's not that far. It's neighbor for neighbor. No real government response.
Yeah, the government presence there is blocking roads and preventing supplies from going in if they're not FEMA approved. Wow. So their presence seems to be really sometimes getting in the way of the people trying to help people. And as you saw, the president offered $700 per family. So the amount of money that Ukraine has gotten versus what Hawaii has gotten is way less. And people are getting phone calls now that really want to sell your property.
So, Dan, this is LaRon. I'm the new guy you don't know. I'm the guy you don't know. Yeah,
I'm
you
the
do.
old guy.
Right. So to you, this doesn't feel like it has no parts of gentrification in it, as far as Hawaii goes, whatever we can say.
Oh, this absolutely does have gentrification in it, 1,000%, because they are not going to build it back the way it was.
Yeah.
Let's just look at a Chicago example.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago wanted to have nice downtown condos, and so they decided that 2021, Cabrini had to go, Stateway had to go, everything on State Street had to go.
Yeah.
And when they brought people,
it's available for returning residents. So everything they build new. Oh, we got disconnection here.
No, we hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear us? We back.
Can you hear me?
Okay. The video went down, but it don't even hear me. So when they built back Cabrini and everything, all the new stuff, it was only a third of the spots were for the residents.
Yeah.
They didn't build back the old. So that's what they're doing. It will not be the same Lahaina when they rebuild it.
Yeah.
It will be a completely different version, and I don't believe there will be space for every single body that lost a house. So I think it'll be something similar to what happened in Chicago.
Are you going back?
That's what I was about to ask you.
I am. I'm going back on Monday, but I'd be lying if I said that this event didn't affect my future outlook on living on Maui, and if that's really the move for the future, if that's where they're heading.
Did you already have a plan to come here now while you're here, or did that actually aid into the understanding? Let me go back to the crib real quick, because you know what? I may not be here for the next 2, 3, 4 years or whatever. Let me go, you know what I'm saying, get things in order maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely was like signs that there was a doorway opening to come here, to just get a break from all the chaos. I was getting a little burnt out from volunteering in the shelters and being on the front line, so to speak, for 3 days straight. And that's not in comparison to what people are going through who lost their entire livelihood in their homes. So I'm not trying to compare, but I definitely needed a break. It was time to check in. I hadn't been here in 3 years, and I wanted to connect with good people here. And there was also a lot of business opportunities to start opening up. Clients were hitting me up from Chicago, so it felt like just an awareness that I have a connection here, I have a strong community here, and it just felt like perfect timing to come back for a couple of days and just connect with people here and just take a break from being there and charge back up to go back to Maui and help out.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like in the future, Chicago and Maui are going to be two places I operate from, and this definitely felt like a door was open to this experience for sure.
Cool.
What how close did you reside to the fires, or how close did you personally, did the fires affect you?
No, physically they didn't. I'm on the North Shore in a town called Haiku, and this happened on the west side in Lahaina, which was about, I would say, 30 miles away. So like
that's significant.
there was some fire. There's 3 places with fires, not just Lahaina, also Kihei and Kula, and the fires in Kula are still going on right now, and that's closer to me, and so that's about 2 communities over, and so I definitely have clients and friends who did lose their house or their neighbor's house burned down, but theirs didn't, and that's much closer to where I'm at than Lahaina. But Lahaina got the worst.
All right, last question. What do you think about the emergency management manager not doing the sirens and the water?
It's atrocious. They try to insult everyone's intelligence by saying that if they put on the siren, people would think there was a typhoon and they would run up into the mountains. You don't have to even be Hawaiian to have common sense to know that if you walk out your house and see a fire, you're not going to run towards it.
Duh.
But to not give the people, and even in the website of the government page, it says these sirens are for typhoons, wildfires. So there actually are for wildfires. And they were not used as they're supposed to be used, which didn't give people a chance to even know something was coming. The kids were sent home from school that day. People just didn't know.
Last question, Dan. Do you think that was orchestrated in that way?
I can't prove anything. All I know is my experience.
Right.
I will say, I smell a rat.
Okay. Hey. You've lived in Hawaii for years. You know what I'm saying? We may visit there for a weekend. Hey, you would know a lot more than we would, and if you say that, we're gonna sit there and be like, "You are." Hey, I'm listening to Dan.
Hey,
Dan
Dan.
ain't never told me nothing wrong. G.
Hey, Dan, if you go back, right, and you come back and you don't bring your stuff, can I go back over there and get your stuff and keep it? And bring? No.
Yes. Yes, new guy, you can do that. I like that.
I like that.
Hey, Dan, I'm gonna have to see you before you get out of here, man.
You
You
already know, I
gotta
already
see my
talked to
new
you
little
about that,
people,
Jay.
man.
For sure, I'm out. I would love that.
All right, man. Love you,
thanks,
Dan.
brother.
Be
You,
safe,
Dan.
bro.
Love you, Bree. I get up.
Love you guys too.
Yes,
Thanks.
sir.
All right, man.
Peace.
Another exclusive content. You know what I'm saying? Right there, boots on the ground.
We got boots on the ground
Come
everywhere.
on, man.
That's my new best friend. He gave me all the shit in Hawaii. Everything. He's like, I have it.
Hey, that nigga gonna go home like, baby, we got a place in Hawaii.
Hey, we outta
She's
here.
like, ain't that on fire? Don't worry. This shit is 60 miles from that.
Don't worry about
I
that.
don't even live by that.
Alternate land adult.